research published recently has suggested that a little childhood bullying might have some positive effects on a child's development. Psychologists from the University of California studied 2,000 school children aged 11 and 12 and found that children who stood up to their bullies tended to become more popular and developed healthier social skills. So, if this research is accurate, does it mean we should be encouraging our children to fight back if they are being bullied?
Yeah, it does depend on the level of bullying, obviously, because, you know, some of it is very, very serious and quite violent. But I do agree with that, actually. I do think that kids need to toughen up a little bit because, you know, if you're encouraged to be a victim at such a young age, you know, and kids do bully each other. You know, look at really young kids, they tend to, you know, have a go at other children all the time. My mum always used to say to me, she just said, you fight your own battles, and that's it. And, you know, I didn't really get bullied at school. There were a couple of attempts, but, you know, I just, you know, put a lid on it, and I wouldn't let them. The first time, literally, these girls were trying to stop me from getting second helpings at school lunchtime. You know, and I was on free dinners, and there was no way I wasn't going to get second helpings because there was no tea. So, you know, I thought to myself, right, I've got to sort this out right now, and I just walked straight through them.
How old were you then?
Probably 10, actually. I mean, you know, getting to that age where you can get really seriously bullied.
So I wish I'd had a bit more confidence, because I was really badly bullied. And the thing is, when you are being bullied, you think it must be your fault. You're thinking, why are these people picking on me? There must be something seriously wrong with me. And also, there's like a fear that starts here. It's like a gut feeling, and it's awful, and it's absolute fear. You daren't tell anyone. I know I went through quite a lot of it for quite some time, and I just didn't want to tell anybody because I didn't want to draw attention to it. And I wish I could put my head now back on that young girl.
Because you'd sort it out now,
wouldn't you? Sort it out.
Yeah,
I really would. But it's difficult when you haven't got the experience.
Did you learn from it, though? I mean, I do think that kids can learn from it. And I'm not saying bullying's a good thing. You know, I'm not saying, go to school, get bullied and just, you know, sort it out. Because I know some kids aren't built for that, and you weren't at the time. No. But did you benefit from it in any way, do you think?
Probably now I do, because now if I feel something that's not quite right now, I sort it out before it gets to...
You really stand up for yourself now.
Yeah,
well, the thing, I mean, I was bullied at school as well, and it all started because I stood up for someone else who was quite weak and wasn't capable of defending herself. And the funny thing was, I'd kind of bumbled through my school life being quite happy-go-lucky, and it never occurred to me that I would be bullied, because I was quite friendly and, you know, outgoing. And when the tables turned and it was all on me, it absolutely pulled the rug out from under me, because before I'd have had absolutely no thought on sticking up for someone and getting stuck in, because I thought, you know, hey, come on, we can all sort this out. And then suddenly, when no one was doing that for me, it makes you feel incredibly lonely. You feel very, very...
You shouldn't, in a way, if it could not get that far, I think to turn around and say to a child's bully, fight back, physically fight back. Two wrongs don't make a right. And in a sense, you've got to teach somebody to find it within themselves. I mean, it's interesting that, you know, I was bullied, but what I did was make it jokes. So I'd get in first. So before they told me I was an idiot and useless, and I'd go, I'm an idiot and useless. And they'd laugh and agree with me, and then nobody beat me up. But I think if there's an element of that, and don't get me wrong, it is terrible, but it shouldn't... I sometimes think nowadays, there's always been bullying. People always have a go at you. Before it gets that bad, you want to get in there and stop it at source, you know, not let it get... Not go, oh, and I think the more you hear about it sometimes now, children think, oh, I'm being bullied, and it kind of...
or find your way of dealing with it. With some people, it might be, you know, try and be physically stronger. In some ways, it might be comedy. In others, it might be completely ignore them until it goes away. So, you know, if you are at home watching and you are suffering from any kind of bullying, have a look at our website, and there should be some support there for you. Now.